It's going to be defensive as Whitemon. He'll get a nice stop. He found the main target that they want, but the stop is not going to last long enough. So in the end, the Doom, while it was very nice, it just was not enough to secure the Terrorblade kill. On the brighter side for T1, they are still going to hold on to that Tier 1 tower. So there's that.
They make a heavy commitment to really hold on to this jungle. They know they've got a draft that's fairly greedy. That means a lot of farm. They do manage to take a bot, but Savage is alone.
That he is. Savage, you don't want to die like this. EMP is going to fly through. He'll try to heal up through this, but he can't even get a Lucent Beam out now. And Mamangdaya will take his third kill of the game. Been very effective on this Invoker so far. 23 Savage just not expecting the rotation, does get punished.
Yeah, fairly greedy position for Savage. And finding the tier 1 is nice. It opens up that bot jungle a bit more here, and they've got more room to build up farm. But you don't want to lose your life for it, and that's an important pickup for AG. They know the team split up on T1 side.
Yeah. Wami. It's being targeted here. You do have Zephyr and Cuckoo around. It's still a Mars, though. It's not the easiest kill in the world. Wami's going to back off anyway. They're not going to be able to catch him out. Mid lane, Carl might be in danger. A nice roll in. All the mana being drained down, and Carl's gone. Army Geniuses off the back of Mamangdaya just being so aggressive. And it just continues to work out for them.
Yeah, they're just getting the kills they need. It's not enough to turn this network lead back, though. Like, they kill one core, the other two cores are farming. And you just can't be... You can't catch them all at once, I think is the big issue for AG. So T1 still getting gold, pouring in onto 23. When Carl dies, Cuckoo's farming up. He already has the point booster up, so he's saving for the Ags rush. And he still hold on to that top tier 1.
It just wasn't.
Just stand forward, not going for the blink rush. He understands that they don't really need Wade to jump in. They've got the X to set up on one hero. They've got the follow-up control on Whitemon. They've got the Vac wall for all the other bits and pieces of the team fight. So Carl can just afford to be a big frontliner that just runs up, gets control. In fact, never mind that, because he actually went back for the blink. So he's got the blink, he can jump in. Ignore everything I said for the last half minute.
I already did, John, but thank you for that. Top lane, Wami, Mamangdaya. They're trying to set up for that tier 1 top tower. Mamangdaya very close to that Midas now. You'll set her up as well on Wami. Gonna feel very nice to be able to set up for himself. T1. They're grouped up. They're ready to go. Doom is back up and online. Going back to that blink you talked about on the Doom. It is now up. I want to try and kind of run back that last team fight and see if they can secure the Doom on the TB and DB. He's not going to be expecting it. Carl, he gets the vision, gets the stun. A nice silence from LYM, but it's not going to be enough. In fact, they don't even need the Doom. The stun into the torrent was more than enough. Take the creeps away now from Army Geniuses. And it's going to be a 5k net worth lead suddenly to the side of T1.
And AG are still not able to find that top tier 1. It should fall now, but the deny can still come in. And they've gotten max value from T1s in that trade. Like they've just invaded the triangle, they've cleared out camps, they've forced movement out from AG. Their top jungle has been very safe. AG is still smoked up as Trito. They've got the Yules up in Wami. So you can set up for the spear now.
Yeah. DB. Get started. roll. Gonna be on the mark. They've got 23 Savage though. Nice man. No, it's still gonna land the spear. Is there finger out as well? Savage, he's still alive. He's gonna try and fight back. The tornado will be enough though. Mamang Daya, he does secure the kill. Can he get himself out? Deafening Blast is there. X will hold him down and he should be coming right back into the loving arms of Carl. Now Wami, LYM, they're all gonna try and run. But it looks like Carl is going to be on the chase. Misses the stop. It won't matter too much. They could try for LYM, but he's also going to roll away.
Did I hear
Zephyr,
sweet?
he'll keep the chase up on Wami. Torrent is going to be avoided. But Carl is running way too fast. And now they've got the X there anyway. They will still be able to secure the kill onto the Mars. But you got 23 Savage. So it's a 2-for-1 kind of trade on all three cores. You can kind of argue which one's more worth. But in the end, T1, that they're still 8k ahead. It doesn't seem like any of these kills on Savage matters. Because you're constantly losing DB as well on the Terrorblade.
It pan out. Like, it's not a positive trade because you're still losing more than you're gaining here for AG. Mid tier 1 being shoved in. Savage has the damage and has the backup to get this done. AG, they don't have the spells to defend. They don't have Arena to stop this push. They're going to have to give the objective away. T1 get more control. They can start to think about Roshan next if they want to. They can start invading that bot jungle to get more farm flowing. The BKB for Carl being saved up for next, and that just gives him all the presence up front. We've seen his Doom just really put in the work in these team fights. With that BKB up, you just don't have anything to stop him on AG's end. You even have the Ags already running here on Cuckoo. So he's got that additional Iron Shell to just really push back waves, to do some damage, and to sustain his team. Iron Shell plus 300 HP when you put it on someone now. Very, very strong along with the boat buff. So you just can't burst the side of T1 fast enough on AG's end unless they catch a single target pickoff.
The game will slow down a bit. Both sides going to take it easy until the spells are back off cooldown. Bot lane, I say they're going to slow down. They're going to rush forward. They've spotted out UK, it seems. Not the biggest kill in the world, but there are 5 heroes down bot for some reason for that kill. Perhaps feeling like maybe DB was around with him, but that's not really the case. And nevertheless, they are going to get the kill on that Lion, and I suppose now with the Ags up on Cuckoo, you can just continue the aggression. I talk about how broken this Ags is all the time. Let me tell you, John, it's going to feel quite broken right now for T1, as they could really just keep rushing towards Army Geniuses with no regard for human life.
They have nothing to care about. They're just going to smoke again. They've got Doom, they've got the boat, they've got the wall ready. They can just take any fight that comes in AG. With an 8k deficit, you can't do much about it. They're still trying to build up farm. They are dragging the attention away from DB here.
Yeah, LYM, not the target they want. They'd rather Mamang Daya.
One of my favorites.
Not gonna get it though. Right, Mon. Still gonna hang around. You seem to know he's there somewhere. He did drop a ward, and that's going to be it. T1, they're not going to be able to aggress. Army Genius is going to hang out in the tree line, make sure they remain safe. It's all about buying DB time to farm on the Terrorblade anyway. Right, so I mean, as long as you can drag out the game, you know, you'll take the risk with 23 Savage against DB's Terrorblade. We are going to have to wait out this quick connection issue, though. Any last words from Cuckoo? My goodness.
UK sex stuff. Have mercy. UK.
How about UK? Who did he even hex there? Did he even get a hex off?
No. Did he? No. No.
I think he hexed the creep or something, John.
Yeah.
He hexed something.
Yeah, he hexed creep. Just for fun.
Alright. Just for the lols, yeah. LYM. Not quite the target they want. In fact, oh, Wami in a spot of danger. Yeah, he does have a TP though. He should be able to get out. Uh-oh, no he can't. And he used the TP as well. He cancels it immediately, but now there's 100% no way out of this. And they'll just commit the Doom. They'll be happy with that.
Giết một con rồng quá.
Waimon, yeah, he was the culprit, John. He got him.
Yeah, they get the kill they were looking for in the end. And T1, they only expend Doom. Boat is not too long for cooldown. They can still run and gun if they want to. They've got the vac wall ready. There's just no rest for T1, where AG, yeah, they are buying space out for DB. He's still 3k behind Luna. That is one major item that Savage will have that the TB won't. We always talk about it. When Luna has an item advantage, it is a big hero, especially against the Terrorblade. T1, they just smoke up. They don't necessarily need the Doom. They just need the stuns coming through with that blink here.
Yeah. UK. Nice hiding in that tree line to break the smoke. It's going to make it so they might have time to get Mamangdaya out, and he does ghostwalk his way out. However, UK is going to get caught by the torrent of Zephyr. Still get something, but they don't really find the target they wanted, which was Mamangdaya. That Invoker just going to run right out and go back to the other side of the map. Still, Tier 1, while they're here, they're just going to start forcing in this Tier 1 tower. Oh, excuse me, Tier 2 tower. Siege creep there. Plenty of iron shells going around here from Cuckoo. Nothing to be afraid about.
Yeah, and they've got all the damage, all the control. Again, they still hold on to the boat, the vac wall, the earth splitter as well. So no worries, and they're just going to force it into the high ground. They know they're that strong at this point, 21.5 minutes in. AG, they need a defense here. They need to at least de-shove this wave, and T1 with that kind of shove out, with a response coming through, they could look for the Roshan next, knowing all those TPs were expended for the defense.
Yeah, certainly so.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Army geniuses run right in. Nice arena, but the BKB's there. Savage is going to pop it immediately. DB's going to try and fight with the meta. It won't matter though. Wami, he's already gone. LYM, he also gets caught out on the Earth Spirit, and he's going to try and roll, but you've got the Lucent Beam to cancel from 23. They are rushing right to the Roshan pit. Forget about that mid-tier 2 tower. They won't waste their time.
They get a couple of pickoffs first. No arena to worry about in this team fight. You might be able to play with your Invoker, but it's such a massive risk. They're not even going to try to contest. First rush of the game going the way of T1. AG is still trying to get big on their Terrorblade. BKB running on DB. He's just farming the triangle, which could be an awkward spot once the Roche ends here.
Still trying to move in. Tidal Wave is there from Zephyr. Not going to catch the real DB, but they got the X off. Uh-oh, they've got the Terrorblade that'll force the BKB. DB, he's going to run back in. Carl's got the Doom. He has to be wary of that. Surge up. They're going to try and make the chase now. Who have they found? It's Mamangdaya. Where's the Doom, though? They will eventually get the stun, and then Doom. No, he's not even going to bother throwing it out. He will eventually, just to make sure they get the kill. And LYM, he will also get the kill. As Carl, he will continue asking the same question, John. Is he a handsome devil? I'd say he is.
Yeah. I mean, if looks kill, Carl's been killing a lot of people this game. 4-2-7, had a great time on the Doom. They're going for that mid-tier 2. They've got the security of an Aegis on hand. They do not have Doom and Eclipse. I just don't think it's enough to stop it. They do have the vac wall combo ready on Cuckoo anyway. They've got the boat to help them stay buffed up in these fights. And the high ground defense for AG, it really relies on landing their combinations with the Arena and their Invoker. And with the BKBs up, T1 just manages to pop the right use of that BKB every time. The Reflection will buy space, and you are seeing the issues of Luna into TB. Lots of damage Savage did to himself there. So he's going to have to regen off first, but the pressure's on, and AG, their map has shrunk. It's a 14k lead for T1. They still need a lot of items to come out on DB. He does have the Crystallis up, so you might hope for a good play with Metamorphosis when the team fight does break out.
T2 gonna get started. 23 Savage with the Aegis up, with the bonus health from the Iron Shells. He's just not fearing anything, especially while he has the BKB to boot. He'll leave the man to illusions. He'll go for a free reset there to the fountain. One of the beauties of that support Kunkka is having that X reset button. However, a bit of a Sneaky play here from the side of the AGs. They rush in. Metamorph is going to be popped, but Carl, he's in with the Doom again. They found the Terrorblade. They burst him down immediately. 23 Savage, he gets UK, LYM. He will get dragged right back in with the tidal wave, and Wami's still being chased down. It's a complete team wipeout. Mamang Dai is the only survivor. He'll push out the wave a little bit. They have some creeps. They'll be right.
Yeah, the mid wave is going to shove in as well. Looks like coming out from T1. So they're always going to have access to the high ground. AG, their respawns are short, so they can still force a fight out, but I think T1's they're just way too big. 8-23, 18k lead at 26 minutes in. They take the top racks. They are not going full greed. Now they just go for the X mark reset again. And Savage just gets to work.
And speaking of getting to work, John Carl gets to work. He gets UK. Roll in LYM. I'm not sure about that one, sir. Desperation plays, it feels like. They got an X off. It's going to be on Wami, but he'll use through it. That mid-rats to be under siege now from T1. The defense looking extremely challenging for Army Geniuses and Zephyr. Tornado EMP's there. It won't really matter too much. I mean, he loses some mana, but that's about it. And they're on to the third racks. Just get the megas up. Savage is quite low. Still has the Aegis. Sunstrike going to be off the mark. And in fact, UK is just going to get bursted down. No assistance necessary. He will buy back. 23 Savage. Guess what, John? He's gone back for a reset.
Yep. Beauty of that, Kunkka. Just go home, come back, go again. Like nothing happened.
Absolutely. EMP, drain a bit of mana. I mean, 23 Savage, he could just die. Get the Aegis to get the free respawn and get another reset. Reflection, it does hurt, but you can matter it off. Savage, he is going to give up his first life, it looks like. Earth Spike, though, doesn't connect. Savage, he wants them to fly in and try to secure his death. And they do with the spear. But the last lane of barracks is set to fall now. Army Geniuses, they are not going to try and force the fight. They have meta back up in 1. This might be their last-ditch attempt as they go in for the Hex. Reflection there as well. Taunt is there. Arena is down. They've got a decent Arena as well, but Savage, he's going to BKB through it. Now the Eclipse, the Doom was out as well. They found DB on the TB, and that'll be it. They call it GG.
Oh my.
Yeah.
One. It's been up and down in the tournament. They take this win against Army Geniuses, 9-29, 25k up in very quick fashion. 28-minute game. AG, it feels like the games they've played so far haven't been
push agad.
coming out from T1, from Army Geniuses, and T1 did ban out the TB. So you don't have that option. Not the best Magnus combo anyway. There is the option for PA if you really want to go into that route, and they will go with the LC first. They've got a great Dispel on hand with the Legion Commander. They've got a great way to manage the lane. T1 get the Magnus counter in the Winter Wyvern. Surprising. Army Geniuses leave that alone. Winter's Curse can just break up that RP initiation. AG's going all in on their combos though. They have RP, Mystic Flare, dual Mystic Flare coming out. They've got double silence with Soulbind, so there is some value now in the Grimstroke. I don't know about going all in on those combos though. The strongest one is the offlane dual combination, and T1 they just go into the TA. So they've got great scaling with TA Luna. There's an issue of greed on T1's end, but they've got the Winter Wyvern to bust these fights out from AG anyway. So they can kind of prevent the big RPs from being impactful as long as the Winter Wyvern is a safe distance away.
Radiant's turn to ban.
Naulan pa ba? Andun na lang.
Dire's
Yeah.
turn to ban.
Yeah, I think, you know, playing multiple games does that to a team. I think AG's just trying to get what they want and try to run with the energy. So let's see if they can get that done. Rather interesting way of closing out the night. The next series doesn't have either of these teams, so it's a bit of a break for both teams after this one. And we'll have to see how they close out their drafts. Like AG with the Magnus Sky, there is still that Magnus Flex on safer mid. So it's still either the DB hero or the Mamangdai hero that we're waiting for. And T1 seems to believe it's a safe lane DB. They ban out the Razor, they ban out the Batrider, all counters towards TA mid. So I think AG's going to have to find a way to handle Karl's TA. We've seen the TA just run away. If you give enough space out, it just takes over with the Luna here. And we have seen AG up against that TA. They just never deny way to farm. That's been a constant issue. I always mention it. You have to block out that jungle. You have to take control early on. Hasn't panned out in the last 3 games. Maybe this is the game where they start to steer it their way, start to really apply the pressure on the side of T1 to stop that farm game. They also have to secure their own farm. It's a Magnus lineup. Magnus needs farm to really be relevant. You're looking for Blink, you're looking for Echo Saber, and then maybe the AC, Daedalus, or Lotus Orb, whatever you need afterwards. T1 into the Kunkka. So looking like perhaps a bit of a flex as to their offlane, probably the Cuckoo offlane Kunkka, and AG just closed with a Husker. It can handle the TA lane. I think you've got that lined up for AG at least. Burning Spears will eat your refraction quite nicely. It's got really good early presence here as well. It still benefits from the added damage aspect of the impact. It's not going to cleave away. I don't know if this issues for AG. If they can play around the timings of it, it can be devastating. Like have the Husker rotate onto the Legion Commander lane, just burst the hero down with duel along with a Mystic Flare coming out and keep running as 3 or 4. You can kind of build up once your Magnus is ready to join in with Blink RP. That's when the team fights get spicy. I think the counterplay from T1's much scarier though. Like the boat's there to delay that burst. They've got the Winter's Curse. They've got the answers to that kind of clump up. And I think AG's still gonna have to be really cautious despite having that special last pick slide through from Mamangdaya. They can slow down Karl. I think the pressure's on Mamangdaya more than anyone else to ensure the mid lane matchup goes his way. And I suppose when you have a Husker, you can kind of do that fairly easily.
Oh, yes! Pinapractice ni Kuko to kanina Kunkka, oh. Kukungka. Kukungka. Kukungka.
Among Dyer.
Lost
Not sure
in
why.
the woods, I guess.
He's gonna get one though.
You don't ask questions when you get tipped.
You don't have a sign.
It's free point. Misclick. There you go. That's the explanation after Mamang Daya. Didn't mean to.
Kukungka ni Kuku. Pinapractice niya kanina yun mid.
Just 30 seconds now.
It's a trap.
I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
20 salvage.
They've trained hard to get here. It's time now for the final fight.
Tung dung. Excuse me. Ang ganda na ano ni Carlo.
Oh, snap. The mystery deepens.
Huskar.
Moon's blessings. They'll never find your grave.
First blood! And so much more shall soon be spilled.
Dyer's couriers in killed. Each brave courier knows the risks.
Died.
Let's go chicken cordon.
They'll never find Let the
tower is
skies take you.
Nice block.
Don't run off.
Patay kami yun.
This happened.
They'll never find
Naglaruan. You'll never find your grave.
Accepted.
ours.
To the tower.
Where are you going?
My thanks.
Don't run off.
Fall from such a height.
Aw, I was fond of them.
There is little hope for Radiant's
They'll
middle tower.
never find your grave.
Is mine.
At the same time, are you really worried about Magus? When you've got the Winter Wyvern, when you've got the boat to kind of stall out the burst, it doesn't feel like DB's going to be able to get the burst damage he needs in that control period in time with these tools on T1. So I think that's why T1 is just kind of sacking the Cuckoo lane. They just leave him solo, give him EXP. They're not really jumping the Kunkka to abuse that fact. They're still building up giant stacks in the jungle here in T1. And Carl, he's at level 7. He can clear a couple of these stacks out now and start to recover.
Who are you kidding, John? He can clear all of them if he really wants to. It's a TA. He's even got an arcane rune bottled up just to, you know, to have that earlier refraction cooldown. They won't get the ancient stack, which is a bit unfortunate for Carl, but it won't matter too much. He'll get to work on the jungle stacks, get a few neutral items for the team. It's going to be a very nice feeling here for Team 1. Now, again, I think Army Geniuses, they really want to try and focus in on not allowing this to happen. Mamang Daya, he can't chase him around forever, so all he can do is try to match the farm on the Husker, and in all fairness, Husker does farm very fast as well, because of that, what is the spell even called anymore? Berserker's Blood. That added attack speed he does get. It's gonna make it very quick for him as well. So, you know, he might just be able to match the farm of Carl on this TA.
Yeah, he's keeping up in terms of CS. I think he is still number 1 in net worth as well. Do you see... it just feels like he hasn't really bullied out the TA. I think when your TA is still within 200 gold of you, that's a scary outcome, because you expect to dominate the lane, and Carl just played it right. He just ditched the lane early, he kept farming jungle, so you just avoid that Husker effect. And now you've got a Husker who's equally farmed with the TA. It doesn't feel as impactful. So we'll have to see if Mamang Dai can get the aggression out for his team, start to find those big heroes he needs to kill off. Maybe once he has the point in the life break, that's when AG can start to group around and have Mamang Dai get his rotations off. For now, he is just going to go for the more passive farm, and that is just giving more room to T1. I think if you slow the pace of the game, it will always favor the TA Luna lineup. They can always scale late quite fast. At the least for AG, you have a Magnus who can also farm the same way. It's not quite as quick for DB. He's still lagging slightly behind. His jungle is under control of T1. They've got some information as to where DB's farming, so they are aware that the Magnus is trying to build up.
I am. gonna try and get some wards down here. Wymon's gonna scout this out. Try and go after the Enchantress Wommy. He's gonna rush forward. There's no untouchable available, so you should be able to burst her down, and they'll get him. First jewel is gonna be online now for Wommy. Bit of bonus damage for him on the LC. They won't quite be able to kind of harass 23 Savage though, which is probably what they would have enjoyed doing. But they'll take what they can get.
Yeah, it's something. It opens up the top lane for a bit of a shove out as well. We've got 3 heroes lined up to maybe look for a tower trade. Not the quickest push with just the LC though. You will need some more damage on that, and Zephyr's there anyway to kind of just splinter blast the creep, so you don't really get as much push going. And overall, it's like 1 hero holding 3 up top. You're very happy if you're T1. Your jungle's still not being invaded. Savage clears out another massive stack for free. Has the Dragon Lance up. They do drag up Mamang Daya, so now the tower should just fall, and he does have the value points in the inner fire and his ult on Lightbreak.
Well, Zephyr has been spotted. Wommy, he has another jewel. They'll just wait it out until the cold embrace is over, and that'll be another jewel victory to the way of Wommy. But now the rotations, Mamang Daya, he ends up dying to the boat. Uh-oh. That armor toggle wasn't there, Carl. He also gets LYM, so you got a bit of jewel damage. But you lost your Husker and you lost your Skywrath. Definitely not a very worthwhile trade here for Army Geniuses.
There is
No, we were just saying how the Husker has to go after that running start. First time going out of the lane, dying as well in the fight, not a great feeling. The only thing AG's getting out of that movement is that it's space for DB. So the Magnus just gets to play in that jungle, gets to play catch up, has the blink up and running on DB. So they can't play with the blink RP or at least the blink skewer back. Maybe they start to find some opportunities to take some bigger fights now. But I don't know if you really want the Magnus to fight. Because once you do, no one's going to be farming on AG's side, and all the chorus of T1 are actually farming. And again, Savage is just on the opposite side of the map every single time. No punishment coming through for that Luna. And she's just going to be able to keep climbing up, keeping up with Carl on the TA. This greedy duo farming up is just not being punished.
That it is not, John. Certainly not. Savage just across the map, just staying away from everybody else. Not even going to push the bot tier 1 tower. He just doesn't want to risk his life. He'd rather hit creeps, and you can appreciate that when you are playing Luna. DB, he's trying to do the exact same thing on the mag, and he has got that very early blink timing up. Go for the Echo Saber up next, I'm sure. You certainly want to try and use that RP ASAP if you do go for this early blink timing. So it can be a bit counterintuitive if you're not able to find a couple kills here with this blink. If you can't, you would have rather just pick up the Echo Saber. For now, he's not going to find anything. Keep the farm game up. Mamang Daya will do the exact same, just doesn't want to lose his own kind of net worth here towards Carl on that TA. And Mamang Daya, credit to him, he is still top of the net worth board regardless of being against the Luna TA. So regardless of that death that happened up at top lane, he's still having a great old time. It's just whether it's going to transition into meaning more kills and a game win here for AG.
Yeah, he is trying to build up on the Husker, going for the BKB next. He has felt squishy once he's caught out. With the BKB, he should be able to armlet toggle through the control. That's going to help him, again, boost his survivability. The Halberd, I think, is the bigger item to look out for. Once you have the disarm to control up either Savage or Coral, and more than likely just control Carl, the farm David investment into the TA, it's not going to show up for a few seconds. There is a smoke play, though, from AG.
T1. Spot out Whitemon, they'll ignore him completely. They want Savage, and they barely miss out on him too. They were 1 second away from running into this Luna. They're gonna run up now, but the smoke's gonna be broken. DB, not the blink up yet. He can still maybe get it off, but the Eclipse is there now. He'll still get the RP. There will be the Skywrath ulti, but Savage is gonna survive, and DB, the one to die, is now Carl. He'll find a double kill out. He tanks the Mystic Flare with 23 Savage. He makes sure they can't burst him down, and he even gets a double kill. What a TA player.
That's That's a massive loss for Army Geniuses. They aren't farming up on a mag, and this is what we talk about. If he is going around with his team to find those kills, you're falling behind in farm. And he is starting to lag behind once more compared to Savage's farm, compared to Carl's farm. A Husker with the same amount of farm, it can be impactful. It's just down to the question of, is it enough?
Boat, it's going to keep this Wyvern alive. DB's going to move in, however, and they do get the kill, but now the X is there on DB. They might be able to turn for more. Carl's rushing forward. He seems to want UK instead, and they're going to get him. DB still in danger as well. They just enchant him up, and he's gone. T1, they're not done yet. Looking for another X attempt, but they won't have the vision. But every single fight that goes by, T1 continues to find the positive trait.
Yeah, and they go right into the Roshan. Same timing for the lineup. Desolator up, just go for Roshan. Easy take. We've got the Aegis up on Carl. 4K lead at 15 minutes isn't that one-sided. Army Geniuses still has the tools to play. I am curious as to when Mamangdaya decides to join. Maybe after the BKB. We'll see again if the impact of the Husker is going to turn things around. As T1, well, Carl's #1 in net worth now. And the Desolator just makes him hit like a truck. Once he has his blink up, he's just going to be able to jump in and set up for the team.
Checks out. DB. Torrent is going to be there. They have found the Magnus. Can they burst him down in time? Oh, you bet your ass they can. My goodness. The amount of damage this TA hero does, it's just too much. It's too...
Yeah, it's so strong. There was a time when people were saying TA was weak as well. I remember that. You rarely see TA. No, remember like last year, maybe even just 6 months ago, no one really liked the TA. And then suddenly TA just bounces back in. Tier 2 falls, high ground open. Mamangdaya?
Well, he's a Husker, John. He's going to try. Prestige attack is there. He'll try to fight back. He'll armor toggle. Carl, no, he gets bursted. Oh, he's out. DB, it's a nice one, but they got the curse. He can't get the damage off. And Carl is going to survive. He does finally drop, but it's just the Aegis. This draft is not exactly working out the way of AG, John. They'll get a jewel out. I don't know if that's going to be the greatest idea, but with the Mystic Flare, it's still not going to be enough. They will finally get the kill, though, as UK, with the stroke of fate, will get it done. Army Geniuses, they will hold high ground. But you are relying on this Mag Husker to carry you through. And thus far, although they are getting the farm, it's not translating to successful team fights. At least for Army Geniuses.
I think it's down to how the Husker is now, right? Like, even if you're low on HP, you don't actually get any more durable. Not like before. Like, you don't have magic resist on hand tied to that passive anymore. You just get more regen still and attack speed. And that's the reason why Mamangdaya really desperately needs the BKB. Just so he's protected from some source of damage. He can just try to out-heal the damage in physical coming out from T1. I don't think he can. I think Carl and Savage just hit way too hard with the simple items they have on hand. And once you start getting into the Crystallis build up Savage or the Crystallis up for Carl as well down the line, I don't know about the Husker. It just feels like such a weird choice, although
He could. He's been caught with the skewer. I just don't think it's going to be enough. Boat's going to fly out. He's the tanky target. And DB, this is your pulse 1. This is your position 1 Husker. And he's just melting to Carl. It's not even a competition right now for Carl.
no.
It's not even close.
Yeah, it's just not lining up. They even have the disarm up now on Cuckoo. So even if our Husker shows up, if he doesn't pop the BKB first, he gets Heaven Halberds up, he won't do damage. And then your Husker's just standing in front, kind of awkwardly staring at everyone. And then physical damage still melts him. So a lot of issues here to cover for AG. His biggest strength right now is the high ground defense. The RPs are what they're relying on, but we already saw the counterplay coming out from Zephyr. If you don't catch the Winter Wyvern, the curse will just ruin that initiation as well.
23 Savage, we targeted, RP's there, but Cold Embrace. Zephyr, you can't kill him when the Wyvern's around. They didn't see Zephyr, he was hiding in the tree line. And so now RP's down for nothing. Mamangdaya is going to show up. They'll try to go after Zephyr, but he has the Cold Embrace, so now the Husker is going to hit his teammate. DB, he's gonna survive. Eclipse is there as well. Mamangdaya really going for a dive in. They get the jewel off. Is it gonna be enough though? The boat's gonna fly in with the cord embrace. They save the day. Savage, he might die in the end, but at what cost? Here comes Carl, the real +1. They are just gonna wipe the side of Army Geniuses. Mamangdaya, he's gonna try. Arm the toggle to your heart's content, sir. It doesn't matter when you're versing Templar Assassin. It just doesn't matter.
It's just not enough. And AG, again, the staggered initiation doesn't pay off. They lose a lot of heroes. They lose RP. I think that's a bigger loss than any death. So once the high ground defense comes in, they're not going to have RP for a minute. This is their biggest spell. This is their big defense play. And they're going to have to find another way to stall out this game some more. Maybe you get a good duel in the background. You can kind of get that done. TV tipping a UK for whatever reason there. Tier 2 just gonna fall.
It's the same pop, John.
Yeah, it's just a pop.
Yep. Your +1 Magnus is 2 and 6. Tip the support ASAP. You've got to shift the blame immediately.
Definitely. 12k lead for T1, 6 to 18 at 20 minutes in. I don't know what else to say. This is just looking fairly one-sided going the way of T1. And if they get a good RP, you can still turn. But how do you get a good RP against a Winter Wyvern?
That's the problem, right? Like, if you don't get Zephyr in that RP, he's always going to be able to turn it. Which is what we've seen over and over again. That Wyvern has to die before you can actually take a team fight for Army Geniuses, because he just counters everything. You just can't fight into him. Zephyr's been very good, though. He's always just in position to be able to counter, but never within vision of Army Geniuses so they can make the jump in. Been very good at keeping him hidden. And all it takes is a Glimmer Cape, apparently, for Zephyr. And it only gets worse soon as well, because he's working towards a Blink Dagger. So soon, he won't even need to be nearby. He'll be able to really keep a massive distance between him and the team. And that way, he just never gets caught. It feels like it is probably going to be Wami's job to be able to jump the Wyvern in the backside. But it has proven to be very difficult this game.
Yeah. It's just that Zephyr understands how important he is to T1's team fights, to the way they win. And just been very patient on that Winter Wyvern. Just always out of sight, out of mind. And you just forget. And you commit them to the target, and then you just suddenly don't have that burst. You don't have the initiation you want on AG's end. T1, they will smoke up. They're going to maybe look for a pick-off. The side of AG have smoked up top with Wami and LYM, though.
They have. They might find Carl. It's a very nice pick, and with the Mystic Flare, they could certainly burst him down. Carl, he's not expecting it. They jump in, but no, the reactions. Wami, Lancer, he will TP out. Very, very quick reactions there, and even Cuckoo almost finding the torrent onto the unsuspecting LYM, but he has made it out. Meanwhile, bottom lane, UK, it's the battle of the supports right now, but 23 Savage is going to interrupt. Wymon will still take the kill, though. It just seems like no matter what they try, nothing's working. They're trying. Zephyr now, he's just manning up by himself onto Wami. That's the target you need to kill, by the way, for that team fight. They just don't feel confident. Now the X-Torrent's there from Cuckoo. Tidal Wave going to force out to press the attack. Luckily, having the shards there on the LC going to make it so he does not get pulled back with the Kunkka. But if you're T1, John, I mean, you're waiting for that next Roshan, and it's a decent timer, 30 seconds.
Yeah, fairly quick here. For the side of T1, they should be able to secure it quite fast. AG, this could be their big moment. If they manage to get a good RP in the pit, but they're going to smoke early. Looks like they want to not have to rely on the Roche. We'll see if they find that opening. They still need to catch Zephyr.
Zephyr is pretty far forward. Problem is he's on the high ground and there's still no vision of him. I suppose there is one observer what's scouting him out. Can they break the gap? DB, Zephyr is right next to them. They get the silence off. However, Mamangdaya, he's dived in by himself. They're going to turn around now. Who are they aiming? They got Carl. They at least get the TA down. Wymon's killed off by YM. Now the RP's left the skewer. It's not going to reach on Savage. They might be able to turn, and it looks like they will. Here comes the Eclipse. Mamangdaya, his BKB's worn off. They tipped Carl, and there you go. There's the tip back from Carl. He was waiting for it. I didn't see how Carl died. I missed that one, John. They still win the team fight, though. And they'll go right for the Roshan.
Yep, no RP once again. It's going to be down for a minute and a half for the defense. I don't know how you pull it off here on AG's side. T1, it's a bit of a slower process without the TA on a Roshan, but they're still going to find it in the end. I was keen to see a while ago Savage was queuing up Ags. He decides to not finish the Agnims instead. He will have a free Ag Shard, so that's still amazing for the Luna, and I believe he has his Crystallis that died in the courier. So unfortunate for him, he doesn't have that little bit more damage coming out with the crit stick. He still have a ton of damage flying through though, and AG backs against the wall. They still have their high ground fairly intact. But with Carl back up, with the damage output, with the Aegis Cheese, without RP, I just don't know how you take these fights. Again, you have to jump the back line with Wami somehow. And the ideal target is still Zephyr. It's just that Zephyr is nearly impossible to find.
Yeah. I mean, they had vision in last team fight, but they just didn't know who to aim. It seems like they were very happy about Carl dying, but in fact, they're looking for him again here. Wami and OYM are on the hunt. They are in apparently the same position, the right position. Carl, Korea goes down, but that's going to reveal their position now. As even the Psyblades hit the LC to give even more information to Carl. And now, this top lane going to be forced in by T1 with a 17k net worth lead. It's not going to be too hard for them to get through this. And this is without that TA. However, a nice skewer back, but a quick X there from Cuckoo. Now they want to fight. His arms are there. They cannot attack. Mystic Flare around with the Cold Embrace. They do get the Aegis. They've got the first life. Torrent, Mamang Daya, he's been caught. There's your X out into the boat. They want the Husker down. Press the attack though. It's going to save him from the X back. Good. Going to be a little bit careful there with those silences out. He does have the RP, a nice skewer back, has found the Kunkka. Meanwhile, Zephyr was scouted out by the Husker with the Cold Embrace there again. Carl, he's in as well. They get in his arms there. Meanwhile, the RP, it does land on two, and they will clean them up. Army geniuses. They finally find a good team fight. Whitemon, he'll die as well. It'll be a 4-0, or rather a 4-1. Carl, he did manage to get out. The one problem it seemed for T1 that fight is they did find Zephyr.
Yeah, you gotta protect Zephyr. And that's the big one. Just misstep there. You don't get the Winter's Curse off. It falls apart. Very good patience from Army Geniuses to actually execute the fight and hold on. That's a good influx of gold and EXP. Much needed influx of gold and EXP. And they can just kind of wait for RP to be back up. As long as they hold high ground with that big spell and they don't get cursed up, they have a lot of opportunities. T1, it looked like they were kind of handling the fight well. You know, they kind of canceled back the skewer with the X. They were getting good damage off. Just diving a bit too far forward towards the end. And AG is still a team that can punish. You still have to respect the RP. That's why you drafted the Winter Wyvern. And just need to kind of watch your spacing there on Zephyr. AG, they're still lagging behind by 14k. They can't really take any objectives off the back of that defense. They will take their outpost back, so some jungle control has returned. And they are still going to have to build up more farm, as you are still lacking a lot of damage output on BB. He's just not up there in farm at all. Lagging behind Cuckoo, behind Mamang Daya. The Husker is very close to just finishing up the AC though. I say very close, at least a few spots away from it. And they do have the Ags up here on UK. So he's got that Dark Portrait. He can clone the Luna. And we know how menacing Dark Portrait can be on a farmed hero. The Luna or the TA could kind of work against T1 now.
Certainly may. AG proving that they're not out of this game yet. Definitely very good news for them. T1 grouping up. They've got an MKB on Carl, so the damage output has increased, and the evasion not going to be as big of a problem. And now they've got the Torrent Storm to boot. So Cuckoo, even more of a menace. They run right in. The Army Geniuses, smoke on smoke, can be popped immediately. They do have the high ground on AG, but they've got the vision there from T1. They're going to jump in, and Mamang Daya, he's just gone. He just melted. Yeah, 1 second he was there, the other he was just dead. UK. Torrance there, it connects. He's got nowhere to go. DB, he's looking for an RP, but he's got no teammates left. And he keeps tipping Wobby. Wobby's looking around at the backside. He's going to get a courier. That is going to be the Demon Edge, but now the curse is out. Perhaps some more tips are in order here for Wobby. He'll try for the TP. He's going to get taken out. Cuckoo, he decides he's going to tip among Dire. Very nice. Oh, Horn Toss, Skewer, but Cold Embrace is there. Mystic Flare, not going to do enough. They're going to RP for this. He had the cheese. Eclipse going to fly through. DB, he's going to come right back. That'll make it a full team wipe. Jonathan?
Yeah, he won. They're just slowly chipping away at AG. AG, top rack's gone, mid to follow. They could go mega creeps here on T1. No RP on Magnus, so they're relying solely on Horn Toss and Skewer back.
Yeah, I mean, they'll get Whitemon. He's pretty hard to kill, let alone with the Cold Embrace. And now DB's been caught out. Tidal Wave's going to pull him back. He's really got nowhere to go. Soulbind, it's going to do something, but not enough. And they get a double Horn Toss. Among Dire, what do you do? There's too much control. He can't toggle through all these torrents. A quick duel out. He might get to Wyvern, or maybe not, as they'll lose the duel and the GG's been called. They've had it. Army Geniuses could not pull off one game today, unfortunately. And only T1, they do get away with a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, T1 plays spectacularly well. This is T1 at their finest form that we expect.
Gaw mo na bukas? Nakalib? Uy! Tapos na ang laro! What the fuck? 2-0.
Ano ba to, pansit canton?
Ano pansit canton?
Oo, yun ko lang. Hey, balatay!
Oh, to. May pansit canton dito. Wah.
Hindi mo na dati ni Sarah. Ito, oh. Lalagyan ng mainit, oh.
Hindi, malamig. Luloko mo ako sa'yo. Kain muna tayo bago ang lahat. Oh! Bam. Itsumo, kukurutin ko singit mo. Ganit ko ba?
Yari ka.
Okay, minimal. Nakapag-boxing na.
Yan.
To your bottom tower. They seek an advantage. Look to your bottom tower. Your middle tower faces a terrible test. Now you must decide what comes next. Your middle tower is under attack. The enemy attacks your middle tower. Long as that tower stood against the rising tide, your middle tower has fallen.
Kaya ako na high blood eh. May ka baboy eh.
Baboy na kaya dyan. Wala.
Monster kill!
The enemy attacks your bottom tower.
Nakita ko yung matay na. Grabe yun.
Triple kill!
To the underscape with you. I scorch your name in the book of the dead.
Puro laman ito. Dati malakas ako kumain ito. Nag-jogging pa ako. Laro basketball. Ayun, wala.
Blood's a runner.
I do my work at the cutting edge.
Always watch where you're walking.
Your middle tower is under attack. That which protects also requires protection. Your bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower has been demolished. Is now active.
Eh!
Hindi. Lakasan mo. Oh. Hindi, tignan mo ko eh. Ayaw mo. Mga baba pa nga ano. Dublitis ka. May parang mga na. Ha? Dating na ako eh.
Putik na amoy yan. Parang kape.
Wow, napapagising ka sa anghang. Wala pa?
Ano matindi pa sa samyang yan?
Wala. Parang may naman lang, oh. Wala. Ay, parang may naman lang, oh. Pangalago na. Ay, hindi. Sisemi sa tayo yung ano. Pampang sa ano, Bicolano. Breed. Diyan. Hybrid.
Nakula agad oh.
Ano na agad, oh. Super science ako. Hindi ko alam eh. Dragon. Ano yan? Sarap ba? Sarap? Oo, wala. Wala ka sa'yo. Ayun, wala. Oo. Wala lang, ha? Kahit, tapos mamaya mamumula na ako na to. Wala, hindi ko talaga kaya pa eh. Unang ano ko lang. Wala, hindi na makakadalo dyan. Pero masarap ka. Makakagalang ka rin ng sobra. Ano normal lang sa'yo? Normal lang sa'yo. Normal lang. Yung panlasa ko parang mapait na. Para lang kumbaga mas susunod din yan. Ganyan. Samyang lang. Samyang lang. Ano na? Oo. Times 4. Pero masarap siya. bro. Sarap ng Tottenham, pero yung ano lang hindi talaga. Hindi mo na kasi malalasan dyan yung pagka sobrang hangat. Hindi ako lang nag-try, tinisin ako kapag ako yung kumakain ng asan yan. Tinisin ako ng ayam pa. Yan. Yan. Tulo ng uhod ko. Hindi man lang natitilag siya sa'yo, hindi man lang nahilig tubig, oh. Ano na? Pinipit ko na nga ako, eh. Next day naman natin 4 bukas. Hindi ako pa bukas rin, ano? Subukan natin sa scanner. Gula, hindi ako makapasok. Hindi ako sa pagkakas. Hindi pagka pula, hindi ka pwede na makakapasok. Hindi ka may tatanggapin ng computer ng ano, hindi na makakapasok.
Uy, 735 SLP na siya.
So, hindi mo tinapay. Mawulog na yung cellphone mo. Tinapay ka, Brea? Oo, tinapay ko. Gusto na. Kalahati na. Wala ako. Tayo eh. Hindi pa nga natantanan eh. Parang nakatara ng ano eh. Mapabili ko yata sa mga tambak eh. Sinisipon siya. Hindi sinisipon dyan. Ano na? Samantalang pre, magkaganyan. Ikot na ako. Ikot na ako. Hindi na ako malamig. Pero ano yan, nasa gatas lang yata nga dyan, kontra. Ow!
Yun! Meron na ako pang... Oh! Ako umiyak sa'y!
Dito. Dito ba na sa'yo? Baka na natin ka. Ba malawan, ito. Ba nga, oh. Gising ka talaga nito. Tubo ka. Hindi sa'yo. Grabe. Bale, wala lang. Hindi pa na yung tubig ah. Para kang nag-exercise na nito. Patuloy ka na ako. Ako, pinagpawisan sa'yo eh. Bukas na, pagpanunod ko pa lang sa'yo. Ba't ang ingat dito sa kwarto?
Kaya mo yun, pre. Ang umiyak.
Ano? Bili kita ng yellow, pre? Ha? Bili kita ng yellow?
Mano, malakas pa sa samyang.
Ha?
Malakas pa sa samyang.
Ano, pre?
Bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae? Kasi,
Dong, may naghahanap sa'yo babae sa labas.
ako?
Oo.
Okay, wait. Boss, bakit palaging
Sarap siya. Ah, bili ka na. Yung cheese naman, try mo. Yung cheese. Dahil yung cheese naman, try mo. Bili ka. Ah.
Loloko mo si Say, no?
Dito nga yan.
Bakit pa?
palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae?
Uy, akala ko, tinakloban na ni Sai. Ano po? Sige, mo na. Ako pili.
Boss, bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae?
Boss, bakit laging pogi
Daw,
hanap
may
ng mga
naghahanap
babae?
sa'yo babae sa labas.
Ako?
Oo.
Okay, wait.
Up. Grabe.
Boss, bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae? Kasi,
Daw, may naghahanap sa'yo babae sa labas.
boss. Boss, bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae? Kasi,
Daw, may naghahanap sa'yo babae sa labas.
boss. Boss, bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae? Kasi,
Daw, may naghahanap sa'yo babae sa labas.
ako?
Oo.
Okay, wait. Boss, bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae? Kasi,
Daw, may naghahanap sa'yo babae sa labas.
ako?
Oo.
Okay, wait. Boss, bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae? Kasi,
Daw,
yung pogi hanap ng mga babae. Kasi,
daw, may naghahanap sa'yo babae sa labas.
boss, boss, bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae? Kasi,
Daw, may naghahanap sa'yo babae sa labas.
ako?
Oo.
Okay, wait. Boss, bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae?
Asay. Bilis ah. Sabi ko, kalbo na eh. Ayaw.
Boss, bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae? Kasi,
Daw, may naghahanap sa'yo babae sa labas.
ako?
Oo.
Okay, wait. Boss, bakit palaging pogi hanap ng mga babae? Kasi,
Daw, may naghahanap sa'yo babae sa labas.
ako?
Oo.
Okay, wait. Boss, bakit palaging
Tambak Israel!
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yun lang yung Ricky.
Roshan has fallen to the
Brutality.
battle seeks resolution. Give the enemy a foothold on bottom lane. Your middle tower is under attack. Your bottom barracks has fallen. To your middle barracks. Your middle barracks is gone. Your middle barracks has fallen. What can come of this? Dire structures fortified. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen. May it be the last. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen.
Hey, how you going?
Your ancient defense.
Hey!
Whom would you remove from this battle of the ancients? 5 seconds. Ten seconds remain.
I got you.
5
Okay,
seconds
support
remain.
Medusa. Go, go, go. What the fuck? Pick support. Kahit ano.
Make your choice.
Kahit ano, basta ikaw.
10 seconds remain.
Slap.
5 seconds.
Pick na, support!
It is your turn to pick.
Sabi ko na eh.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain.
Putik naglalaba.
The time is short. Use it wisely.
Oh, this one's in the bag. Hook, line, and sinker.
The quest for ultimate glory continues.
All part of the plan. Now you're talking.
Who will emerge victorious?
Stay out of my way and maybe you won't get hurt. But I doubt it.
But I doubt it. But I doubt it.
This way.
This one is not in the bag.
Come on.
Eh, gaga.
Right. Yeah.
How might this rebalance the fight?
Fine. Oh, hello.
Nice.
Boss, bakit palagi pogi hanap ng mga babae? Kasi,
Dong, may naghahanap sa'yo babae sa labas.
oh,
Oo.
okay, wait.
Make your bang. 5 seconds remain.
Why
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds. Make your choice. Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain.
Mangking kung
A new journey is about to begin. Time to move.
Prepare for battle.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
it was in the bag the moment I walked on the battlefield.
In the bag when the moment I walk in the
Trouble,
battlefield.
here I come. Hope we find trouble.
30 seconds to battle.
Ready for anything. Okay. Time to have some fun. Ooh, let's pick a
Crucible
fight.
of greatness awaits.
Where I go, an army follows.
Kang binibini na ninanay.
They won't know what hit them.
Wala pala akong ano, boundless strike.
They can't stop me.
Sure they can. Noob ka, noob.
Let's get a move on. I'll go where the action is. That's right. Yes.
Galing.
Moving to position.
Sorry.
How's it
Sorry.
First blood, a fundamental principle of warfare.
Time to make something happen.
Double kill!
Where to? It's what I do. Oh, let's pick a fight. On it. Eh. You're out of your league. Yeah. Yes. Ready for anything. Let's move. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
Tanga.
They can't stop me.
Tingnan.
Keep it. I don't think so. I'll go where the action is.
Saan ang ogre nila?
I journey forth. I'm stronger now. Let's get a move on. Where's my cloud? That's what I like to hear. On the move.
Let's get beat.
Yeah. Very good. No, you don't. It ends here. Time to pick a fight. Yes. Yeah. I'll go where the action is. Let's go.
Dire's fire has been killed. Cut down the service of
Let's get a move on. Right. Even them guns. Okay. No.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It ends here. On it. Do you know who I am? Yeah. From here. Hope we find trouble. You're out of your league. Yeah. Ready for anything. Right. Yes. Ooh, let's pick a fight. Okay. They can't stop me. No. Moving to position. Let's get a move on.
Naloko na.
Time to move. Okay. I'll go where the action is. Yeah. You should have stayed home. Leaders can never die. Of course. You're out of your league. They won't know what hit them. Bounty. Yes. Ready for anything. Where's my class? From here to there. That's how Now it's done. Let's get a move on. They can't stop me. Let's go. I'm ready.
Stuck high, stuck.
I'll go where the action is. I'll go high. I'll show them why I'm called Yeah. It ends here. Hope we find trouble.
Allies disappear.
Yes. Let's move. Ready for anything. Got it. Very well. Let's get a move on. Count on it. Yes. I journey forth. Where to? They can't stop me. I'll go where the action is. Move into position.
Ikaw ang binibini na ninanais ko. Binibini marikit na
It
lalangin
ends
ko.
here.
Galing.
Yes. Time to go shopping.
Time to go shopping.
I'm ready.
Time to go shopping.
They won't know what hit them. Ready for anything. Let's get a move on. Yeah. Where's my cloud?
naman.
You're out of your league. I'll go with the action. A 2-for-1 deal.
No damage.
Let's go. You thought I would climb under it? Your reign is over. Time to make something happen.
Have fortified their structures against attack.
Thank you, Shaman.
On the move. Go.
Pwede.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy
Pwedeng,
this.
pwedeng, pwede. Eh,
Hope we find trouble.
Then
hindi mo sinakel. Ay.
They can't stop me. On it. Here to there.
Enemy top tower denied. Your middle tower is defending itself.
Move on. You're out of your league.
double kill. Stop me if you heard this one.
Stop.
Tawang bini-bini.
The enemy's middle tower can withstand no more.
No one kills the king. Gets away with it.
Look to your top tower.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. You're out of your league. They won't know what hit them. Nice. Here I come! Ready for anything. I'll go with the action. Do you know who I am?
Your middle tower faces
can't
a
stop
terrible
me.
test.
Ooh, let's pick a fight.
Ang lamig, parang may aircon.
Your middle tower is under attack. They seek an advantage.
Here we go. Incoming! Okay. Yes.
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has fallen.
Let's get a move on. Where do you think you're going? Ready for anything. I'm going to enjoy this. No!
Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Your bottom tower is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack.
I just cheated death. You think I get a little fanfare?
To victory.
I'm already hit. No one's catching me.
Is under attack.
Where to? Hope we find time to move.
Smoke, smoke, smoke!
They won't know what desolate. Yes. A little longer.
Your top tower is under attack.
Sliced them. register.
What is this?
Your top tower is under attack. We decide to regret this.
It ends here, Enigma. Yes.
You're enigmatic.
Yes. You can see everything up here. Okay. Oh, nice view. Whoo! No one's catching me.
What the fuck?
I'll go where the action is.
What the fucking?
Yes. Oh, not so fast. Let's get a move over here.
Shadows take us.
Here we go.
There are none so stabbed as these ones.
Take me!
Into a skirmish.
BKB.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Deny nyo na, deny.
The opponent gains ground. Get their foes face.
Here I come. You're out of your league. Here I come.
Boy!
Yes.
Then
They
Tagal
can't stop me.
ulti.
I'm going to enjoy this. I love that sound. Yes. Taking the high ground. You can see everything up here.
Bottom tower
Black
is
King
under
Bar.
attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Go top, let's go top.
I
Dala kayo,
can't
Das.
do that now. Almost. Wait for it. No one's catching me. You're out of your league.
Middle tower is
Don't
under
rush
attack.
me. When I'm ready, I'm ready.
Putik ng stun talaga.
Middle tower is under attack.
Double kill! I thought that was you!
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower. Your middle tower is under attack.
Taking the high ground.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Oh my god, Did you see it?
I'll go high. No. So long. The dark fundamentals must die. Yeah.
Your top tower is under attack.
Out of my way!
Yes.
Shadows, take us.
Very well. I'll be ready in a second. Here we go.
The prize is mine.
Watch this. Let's go.
Ano, wala akong boundless strike.
They can't stop me.
Gago.
Okay. Incoming! Hope we find trouble. Well, nice view. Get over it!
Your bottom
Let's
tower
move.
is under attack.
This is what I came for!
Not yet. Over here. Taking the high ground. Not so fast. I'll go where the action is.
Unstoppable!
I'm ready. Ready for it. They can't stop me.
Fresh meat!
Radiant structures are fortified.
I journey
Your
forth.
middle tower is under attack.
Godlike! Double kill!
There too. Done.
What is this? Monster kill! Double kill!
That which protects also requires protection.
Yes. Ready for anything. I'm under
Your middle
Parang
tower
ina na
is
wide
under
yan.
attack. Dire structures are fortified. Your middle tower has fallen. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle barracks are under attack.
I'm dead.
Your middle barracks is gone.
You can't keep me down.
Naiwan ko. Tatakam pa naman ako, tapos wala.
That's a strange feeling. Let's get a move on.
Barracks are under attack.
Where to? Time to move. No one's catching me. Almost. Here we go.
The prize is mine! Trespasser!
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Sabing bumili na kayo ng gem, ayaw nyo maniwala. Aha. Ako na nga lang bibili. Isip ko.
Your bottom tower is under attack. Roshan is fallen to the dire.
Death can't find me now.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower has fallen. Your bottom tower is under attack. Tower has fallen.
Stopping now.
Your top barracks has
Come on. Time to pick a fight. Even I have my limit. Oh, nice view. They won't know what hit them.
Push mid. Go, 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 go.
Time to make something happen. On the move. I'm under attack. Let's get a move on.
the enemy's middle tower passes in.
They can't stop me. From here to there.
Go!
I won't give up.
Gem! Dinaanan lang ng DK. Gago na DK to.
Double kill.
Ibaba mo na yan, oh! Tanga! Ay! Oh, shit.
Radiant's courier has been killed. All who step onto the battlefield risk this ultimate price.
Ay, putang ina mo. Ah! Diyos ko, Lord. Hindi na yun. Tangin. Hindi mo kaya sacrifice yung soul ring mo para sa gem? Putang ina. Ay! Diyos ko, Lord. Ayan, siya na may gem. Ayaw ibaba yung soul ring eh. Putang ina. Hindi naman na magamit yan. Ayaw mong sakripisyo yung soul ring mo para sa gem? Pambihira ka.
Ready for anything.
Ano? Sinusundan-sundan lang tayo ng Ricky.
Yeah.
Sige, push.
I'll go where the action is.
Putang ina ng takbuhan.
Okay, I'll admit it. That was a cute trick.
Ay, nako.
Let's get a move on.
Putang inang DK to.
Ooh, let's pick a fight.
Ano ba, basta? Nawala pa sa loob.